So this is probably, I don't know, part 4 maybe of repairing this mill, and with some advice from some people on the Model Engineers forum. I think it's to do with the oil seal. So what I've done is I've taken off the motor and the motor housing assembly, which is actually because I want to have a look at the motor as well, because that was doing that funny hunting business. And now, following some instructions from a bloke called Martin, I have taken out the spindle, and now I'm going to tackle this and replace the oil seal. So Martin said that his spindle just kind of fell out at this point, but mine's decided not to do that, so I'm just going to persuade it. Okay, so you can see, because I had this apart not so long ago, that I didn't put very much grease in there because I thought that was the problem. So I really didn't put a lot in. I just lightly greased the bearings. Anyway, let's get this off. What did I do? I used something funny. I think I used this last time, which just magically was the right size. Yeah, this is what I did. Okay, so the handle didn't work this time. I've had to get the chain wrench on it. I didn't really want to do this because the chain wrench is a bit aggressive, but it's only the bearing tensioner, so it's not a super critical surface, so it does do the job. So that's off. Grub screw, let's not lose that. Put back in. These have got to be carefully removed now. How do I do this? Now I haven't got a bearing press, so I'm just going to really carefully tap it out. A piece of wood on the top. So that's all the grease that I put on, not a lot, I just put a bit on. About right, I think. Now, oil seal is the offending bit. So, there's this in fact that is it. So I've got my new seals, and the plan is to cut off the top lip, leaving only the bottom lip. So let's do it. And he said cut it as near to the spring as possible. I'll take that out. I'm just going to trim in here. So the blade just under this first lip is what I'm trying to do. So bottom lip is in place and top lip being removed. Okay, so I know this is not the way to do this. You should do this with a bearing press, but I haven't got one, so I'm just going to have to make do. And I'll do the rest by adjusting the preload. So come on. So we need more than that, definitely. Need to hold this end without damaging anything. Now, again, this is not the way to do this, and I probably should have those vice grips in, but I've tried it with it and it doesn't work. So, I've got to turn it that way. Is that right? No, that way to screw it in. And this is why, because it's quite hard. I don't want the chain in my tea. Tiny bit of movement there. I don't want any movement. I'm going to go one bit more. No, a bit more. There. That's where I'm going to leave it. No movement, and it spins nicely. Now just going to see if there's any damage on there. Okay, and there doesn't appear to be any damage to the slot there. So I'll leave that at that. Put the grub screw back in. Seem to have accumulated a small amount of movement there now, so I'm going to have to tighten that up a little bit more. So I wonder when I did it before, I'm wondering if I was tightening it up against the chain wrench and not actually the preload nut up against the shaft or up against the body. So let's just do this a little bit tighter, and I've dropped the chain wrench down a bit. Okay. I feel as if there's a tiny bit of movement still. Just going to go one microscopic amount more. Okay, so I've just redone it. So I slackened this off, tapped the bearing loose again, and I've re-tightened it, and now I'm happy that there's no play and it's still free to move. And I've had to hold it like that. There's just no other way I can do it. So grub screw. Put this back together. Now I actually did want to take the motor apart and have a look at the bearings, because I seem to have a motor issue. Even though it seems to run really smooth, but I'll show you the motor issue in a minute. Let me get it back together. Ruby. It's not time, just wait. Right, wide angles on. Let's see how this performs. So let's just think about this. Things on. Belt is not tight. Why is that suddenly not tight now? On the wrong one. Right, there we go. So that's all good. I have not had to adjust anything, so let's try it. Put my collet on. So I suppose the only way to do it is to test it now, see how it goes. We'll just show the motor problem. So everything's off. Just going to put it onto full speed. Right, full speed. So you can see I don't want to overdo it, but it does that starting and stopping business. So, but for now, at least, hopefully that's cured that overheating problem, and I can at least use it for the time being, just not at 3000 RPM.